Hey guys, are you ready for a crazy science lesson today? It's going to be very different, but I think you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So, hey, we're pretty much finished with our science book. Can you believe it? We've gone through. I went a little too fast on some things. Basically, is what we did. And so this third 9 weeks we're in, we're going to go back and do a lot of reviewing and kind of look at some of the things we've done in a different way. So we're going to go back and review energy for the next 3 weeks and talk about it some more and learn some more about it. We've already covered everything. So all this should be a little bit of a review for you. We'll try to look at some things in a different way and make it a little fun. Do a little few more crazy activities to learn these things. But we're going to be talking about energy for about 3 weeks. So today we're looking at this standard right here. Use evidence to explain the cause and effect relationship between the speed of an object and its energy. I mean, let's just think about that. That just makes sense, doesn't it? The faster something is going, the more energy it has, right? Think about you running. If you're just kind of jogging and you run into something, you might bump it over. But if you're running really fast, you're going to send something flying if you run into it. Kind of like bubble soccer. So imagine you're in these bubbles, and I've got this little video on the next slide for you to watch. It's fun. And in this video, you're going to see some probably high schoolers, and they're playing bubble soccer. So they're in these big bubbles, and they're trying to score goals. And on the field, they're crashing into each other. You can see they send each other flying. But sometimes you've got a really big guy running into a really little guy. What do you think happens when that happens? The little guy goes flying, doesn't he? Why? Because the really big guy has more mass. He's bigger. Mass is a science word that means the amount of matter that's inside something. So somebody who's really big has a higher mass. They weigh more, yes, but mass and weight are kind of different. But mass is the amount of something inside an object has inside of it. And so obviously a larger person would have a larger mass. And so when a big person runs into a small person in these bubbles, the small person goes flying because the big person has more energy because they have more mass. If they're moving at the same speed, the thing that it has more mass, the object that's bigger has more energy because its mass is bigger. Does that make sense? I mean, if you're standing still in a bubble and we have, who's Lillian Stone in our class, she's in the bubble and she's running at you at 5 miles an hour and she hits you, you might fall down. But what if I'm in a bubble and I'm running at you at 5 miles an hour and hit you? You're going to go flying because I have more mass, right? Even though we were going the same speed, I have more mass, so I have more energy. I probably can't run as fast as Lillian Stone, but I would hit you harder because I have more mass, right? So what if we had two Lillian Stones? What if we had two Lillian Stones side by side? Let's say one Lillian Stone runs and hits you running 2 miles an hour, and the other one runs and hits you. She was running 5 miles an hour. Which one is going to hit you hardest? The one running 5 miles an hour, because the more speed there is, the more energy there is. Do you understand that? That's what this video is kind of just fun. It's not really a science video. It's just to illustrate that fact. Another thing we're going to look at, I don't want you to watch it right now. Hold on one second. Let me go to the next slide here. All right. I want you to watch this little Dr. Seuss video just for one simple reason. I want you to see the little stars. Now, this is the Sneetches. If you've never seen the Sneetches, it's about these weird-looking ostrich-looking birds, and everybody with a star thinks they're better with everybody without than the other Sneetches without a star. And we're going to watch this, and we're going to kind of use it as kind of comparing the stars have greater energy than the ones without a star. So greater energy, they have greater speed, maybe they have greater mass. And it all goes back to a fancy equation made by Albert Einstein. I know you know who Albert Einstein is. Let me go to the next one. Sorry, hang on one second. All right, and his famous equation is E equals mc squared. And so this is just a little quick video. It's kind of deep, but I want you to watch it anyway. It actually talks about the Sneetches in this video. But E is energy, M is your mass, how heavy, how much matter is in something, and C represents speed here. So energy is your mass times your speed squared. And you don't have to worry about all that means, what all that means. Just know that the greater mass and speed something has, the greater energy it has. So something very big, moving very fast, has more energy than something very small. Obviously, if something is sitting still, it doesn't have as much energy as something that's moving, does it? Because energy equals your mass times your speed. And so something that's sitting still doesn't have any speed. So compared to something that is moving, it doesn't have as much energy. And that's what you're going to be looking at today. Let me go to the next slide. We're going to be looking at some slides that say which has more energy. And so what you're going to do is you're going to try to get the Sneetch star. You're going to look at the two objects on each slide, and these slides are interactive. You can move them. You don't have to, there's not a grade or anything. This part isn't. And so you're going to read the description of each object, and you're going to decide which one has more energy. Maybe, obviously, this tractor has more mass than a scooter, but you may not be going at the same speed. So let's see what it says. The tractor's parked on the street. That means it's not moving. So it's not got any speed. A scooter is riding down a hill. It is moving. So which would have more energy? It's the one that has the greater speed. The scooter is moving, so it has more energy. So what you'll do is you'll take scooter and slide it down in the box. Well, I can't do it on this demonstration that I'm doing for you right now because I've got it in this mode. Let me get out of here. Okay, so you'll take the scooter and drag it down to the box. And if you get it right, you'll get your Sneetch star, okay? So each one of those, you'll decide which object has more energy. As you decide, think about which one has more mass, but you've got to read the description and think about which one has the greater speed too. So some of them you've got a truck. These are both at speed. This truck's driving 20 miles an hour. This car's driving 5 miles an hour. Which one's driving the fastest? The truck. So this is less about mass and more about speed on this one. So go through these, slide the answer, whichever answer you think it might be correct. If you get it right, you'll get your Sneetch star. Now that's practice because for me today, you're going to take a little quiz. It's very similar. It might even be pretty close to the same ones. There's a few different ones on here, but you're going to turn in this today for a grade. So you're going to practice on the slides, and then you're going to click on the assignment today, which one has more energy. That's your science assignment for today as we start looking at energy again. We'll get into different types of energy tomorrow, okay? So go through your slides, watch these fun little videos that are on these slides, and then do your energy quiz, okay? Have a great day learning about energy.